Everybody loves animals. They create comfort in our homes. Many animals are quite useful too. They protect us, and obviously, every creature is a very important part of the food chain. Plus, they're fun and pleasant to look at. But not all animals are cute. Some of them have human features and look horrific. And if you think that's cool, well, many people will argue with that. And today you'll see why. Ever wondered how Gollum character from Lord of the Rings would look like if he was a cat? Why they call some lambs devil's messengers? And what kind of dog has real human eyes? You're watching Fact or Fiction, and today we'll talk about 10 animals that were born with human faces. Before we start, I just want to remind you that you might want to press the like button if you enjoy watching this video. Well, without further ado, let's begin. Indian human-like calf. In 2017, a very unusual looking calf was born in Uttar Pradesh in northern India. Its head, eyes, ears, and nose had human features. Unfortunately, it died almost immediately after birth, in just about an hour. People were freaking out when they heard the news. As you may know, cows are sacred animals in India. So that's why many locals felt that this calf was one of the incarnations of the Hindu god Vishnu. When people heard the news, hundreds of them wished to see the thing. It was put in a special glass sarcophagus. The pilgrimage lasted for 3 days. After that, the humanoid calf was finally cremated. Devil lamb. A few years back, residents of Lady Ferrer settlement in the East Cape province of South Africa were stunned by a creature that was born from one of the local lambs. A baby sheep appeared to be half human, half animal. It was born dead, by the way. The creepy creature with a human face was immediately called Devil's Messenger. Photographs of this peculiar creature crawled through the local districts pretty rapidly. Vet Services Director Dr. Lubabalo Mervebi agreed that the lamb looked very much like humans, but in fact there was little human in it. According to him, the condition was the result of Rift Valley fever infection at the early stages of pregnancy. The doctor added that appearance of this cub is fully consistent with the deformations that may occur as a result of infection at an early stage of embryonic development. However, the doctor did not convince everyone. Many locals continued to think that the lamb was born by aid of some unknown mysterious witchcraft. According to them, the devil himself had a hand in the lamb, which by the way points to the bad omen of upcoming events. Either way, those were only speculations of frightened people. CHEWBACCA goat. In 2016, an unusually looking goat was born at a farmstead in Malaysia. Unfortunately, it died almost immediately after birth. As you can see, it looked really unique. It had full eyes, nose, mouth pretty much like a human face, although quite hairy. That's why they call it CHEWBACCA, a famous Star Wars character. Also, instead of paws and hooves, the little one had human limbs. As Farmer says, when he saw this creature, he was so shocked he couldn't speak a word. Realizing that it won't last long, he urgently called the vets. Unfortunately, they failed to save the unusual thing. TONIK the dog. TONIK is arguably one of the most unusual dogs in the whole world. You don't need to ask why, because it feels like it has a human face. Unlike many other animals in this episode, TONIK doesn't have any health problems at all, and its condition is not caused by any mutations or innate effects. It's actually because it's a cross of two breeds. TONIK is a 7-year-old mixture of a poodle and Shih Tzu. What strikes you most is, of course, those expressive eyes, which look like human eyes pretty much. It gives it a rather sad look, and people seem to adore this dog. Photos of TONIK quickly scattered the web, making this doggy a real celebrity. GOLLUM cat. In October 2014, some pictures appeared on the net featuring an unusual humanoid cat from Western Malaysia. Just like all the other cats, it moves on fours and has similar body structure. 4 legs, a tail, but it's actually very different from her kind. First of all, it's almost entirely devoid of wool. Second of all, it has strange ears and bulging fangs. And finally, this animal looks a lot like a person, and it's like half cat, half human. Seeing the picture of it, many people noticed that it has a certain resemblance with Gollum, the creature from the Lord of the Ring trilogy. So many call it a Gollum cat now. These pictures caused a lot of fuss on the net, and to simmer things down, Malaysian police said that the cat was actually fake. Nobody knows for certain whether or not this cat is a real animal or a Photoshop finish. Human sheep. This human-like lamb was born in 2015 in the southern part of Russia, in one of the Dagestan villages. It has a very angry facial expression, potato type of nose, human lips, and a very pronounced chin, all of which isn't very common among these species, as you know. We should say that this lamb was born of totally usual and healthy parents, which is actually very rare for mutated animals, and those deformed face types. Fortunately, this lamb was born without trouble and lived a completely ordinary sheep life. According to owners, it's healthy, it runs around and plays just like any other sheep. Nevertheless, the question remains, how the hell did it happen? Doctors and scientists cannot give an exact answer to that, but according to some versions, this happened because there was too much vitamin A in the feed that was given to monster sheep's mother. Mutant pig. A few years ago, an unusual human-like piglet with a very strange forehead was born in China. The video of it instantly scattered across the web and perplexed a lot of people. Scientists believe that there's nothing unusual about it, because pigs with similar deviations are born on the farms of Chinese farmers quite often. For instance, in 2015, in the city of Nanning, a similar piglet with the same human face and similar formations on its forehead was born on a farm that belonged to a man by the name Tao Lu. According to Tao, this mutant was one of the 19 pigs born at the same time at a pig farm. Photos of Tao Lu pig got viral, making the farmer some kind of a local star. He started getting offers and messages with people asking him to sell the unusual monster. Some people even came to visit the farmer to look at the famous pig with a human face. However, the mutant pig soon died because its mother refused to feed it. Squid with human teeth. Have you ever saw a squid with real human teeth? If not, then take a look at this. It's a Promachothusis sulcus type of squid. It looks like a kind of monster you see in your sleep. In fact, those teeth look quite awesome. It's like from that Alien vs Predators movie. Actually, those so-called teeth are actually its lips. Like many creatures of this kind, this squid has a beak, but its unique curled lips conceal it quite well. This animal is rather dangerous, you can tell by its look. But you don't have to worry about encountering this horrific monster, because this type of squid lives in a complete darkness hundreds of meters deep underwater. Chernobyl pig. After the famous Chernobyl accident at the 4th reactor in 1986, that area has become a desolated, abandoned, creepy place. Despite the fact that the radiation levels are declining every year, and some of the surrounding areas are already somewhat habitable, there is a lot of information about mutant animals infected with radiation still found in the whereabouts of Chernobyl. One of such animals was a pig with human face. It was filmed a few years back. It's kind of a poor quality movie, but you can still see how deformed that animal's face is. The pig has a pronounced nose, chin, and eyes that look like human eyes. Demonic goat from Argentina. A few years ago, in the province of La Rioja in Argentina, an unusual baby goat was born. It had a human face. It was born along with 2 other goats. Unfortunately, as it's often the case, the goat died. The owner, Gladius Oviedo, said that despite the deformed head and human face, this goat was no different from his brothers and other goats on the farm. In addition, he could move quite freely, he says, and even drank milk. Alright you guys, that's all for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to press the like button and subscribe to Fact or Fiction for more interesting stories. Also, check out some of our other videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.